Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Bible study about Joseph's life. We continue from where we left it. We're in Genesis 44. We are going to study the subtitle, A Silver Cup in a Sack. So let's recap what happened previously to this chapter. One of the brothers of Joseph's brother were kept in prison till Benjamin comes back from home, from his father's house, from Canaan. And so there is in the land, land of Canaan, it's still like a famine. So they have to, so Jacob, Joseph's father, and all of them, all of Joseph's brothers, they have to come back to Egypt to get more food. So finally, Jacob agreed that he will have his younger son, Benjamin, and that loved so much, after he lost Joseph, let him go with the rest of them back to Egypt. All right, so here we are. First verse. Now Joseph gave these instructions to the steward of his house: fill the men's sack with as much food as they can carry. So they ate in Joseph's house. So all the brothers ate with Joseph in his house. And now Joseph gave his servants, this is stewards of the house, instructions: fill the men's sacks with as much food as they can carry, and put each man's silver in the mouth of his sack. He did that previously. Verse 2, then put my cup, the silver one, in the mouth of the youngest one's sack, along with the silver of his grain. And he did as Joseph said. So it's a special cup that Joseph used to drink from it. And I think even today, these days, a silver cup is a special one. People, like Jewish people, when they celebrate Shabbat, they drink from those. But especially in the spring, Passover, they drink from those specific cups 4 times. So there is a silver cup, is a special one. It's not just, just any silver cup. It's a special one. So they knew it. So Jewish people know. Now, Joseph brother, they knew that silver cup in their culture is something special. So they can't fool around with that. So they knew it. All right. So this is actually what Joseph is planifying to bring his father in Egypt. And so he's trying to sabotage for them to go, that would be somehow, sabotaging them, like, as they don't know who Joseph is, that they can, that his brothers, they will bring the father Jacob to Egypt. So that's the plan for now. All right, verse 3. As morning dawned, the men were sent on their way with their donkeys. So they came, they ate in Joseph's house, and the second day they were right back on the way. Wow, that's kind of harsh. Think about that, they have to come a long way. But they didn't want to delay because the family were starving. And they had donkeys, sent on their way with their donkeys. They had not gone far from the city when Joseph said to his steward, go after those men at once, and when you catch up with them, say to them, why have you repaid good with evil? Isn't this the cup my master drinks from and also uses for divination? this is a wicked thing you have done. When he caught up with them, he repeated these words to them. So as they make sure that he didn't go too far away, he sent Joseph sent his steward. I would say like the one who managing the house and everything else, and the one like a man that he can trust. Send his steward and says like, why have you done evil? To steal, to take my master cup that is using for divination, which is not pretty much divination, is for drinking wine and praising God and drinking wine, and I think the taking like more like a communion. Wow. All right, let's keep going. But they say to him, why does my Lord say such things? Far be it from your servant to do anything like that. We even brought back to you from the land of Canaan the silver we found inside the mouths of our sacks. So why would we steal silver or gold from your master's house? If any of your servants is found to have it, he will die. Ooh, that's pretty bad. And the rest of us will become my Lord's slaves. Wow. Those are big words. We have to be careful when we say things like that. Whoever will have it will die, or whoever, like especially those big words. And then as that the rest of us will become your slaves and stuff like that. They say like big words like that. And so we have to be careful what we say. If there's nothing like nice about us, don't say nothing. Or something nice about people, don't say nothing. But don't, this is like a curse. He will die. The one who will find the, because they knew, they didn't know, none of them, they took it. And why they get blamed to be like thieves when they knew nobody took it, took the silver cup. So I say like we gotta be careful what we say with our mouth. You don't want to curse. We don't want to curse ourselves saying things, because if it turns to be something else, then that curse falls on those people. If they curse themselves, it falls on the people. So be careful what you say with your mouth. Wow. Verse 10. Very well then, he said, let it be as you say. Whoever is found to have it will become my slave. The rest of you will be free from blame. Verse 11. Each of them quickly lowered his sack to the ground and opened it. Then the steward proceeded to search, beginning with the oldest and ending with the youngest. And the cup was found in Benjamin's sack, because he knew he put it there. But you don't want to, he had to put a show first that, okay, with the oldest one and, till the youngest one. At this, they tore their clothes. Why? Then they all loaded their donkeys and returned to the city. Wow. Because they knew, like, Benjamin had to go back. Otherwise, Jacob will die, just knowing that they come back without Benjamin. And not just that, Judah swear to his father that he's going to bring the boy back in one piece. Imagine how much they know now they're in trouble, not be able to bring Benjamin back. And not just that, like is in different land, they throw them in prison for life for just that. And not just that, Benjamin, which is the Rachel's son that Jacob loved so much. So let's keep going. Wow. Verse 14. Joseph was still in the house when Judah and his brothers came in. and they threw themselves to the ground before him. Joseph said to them, "What is this you have done? Don't you know that a man like me can find things out by divination?" Again, he said that word. It's they want to just, that make sure he covered himself altogether. They don't even think that is him, out of divination, like they do it, like especially in the country of Egypt. So, but look at the cup. He showed like a humongous cup he has in his hand. And it's saying that time, people that were wealthy, if they have cups of gold or silver, all the bacteria it's killed were just holding them in the cup for a while. I'm not sure that's true or not, but so they really got those cups, taken care of. All right. So, verse 16. What can we say to my Lord? Judah replied. So he's taking charge because he said that he's going to bring Benjamin back to his father. But now look at this. So Judah takes leadership right there. And that's why through his descendants, God bless his descendants. And that's why David comes from that line, the line of Judah, the tribe of Judah, and also Jesus. So Judah replied, "What can we say? How can we prove our innocence? God has uncovered your servant's guilt. We are now my Lord's slaves. We ourselves and the one who was found to have the cup." Wow. Imagine that, like, just think like you did nothing and all of a sudden you found, somebody found you guilty and doing these things. Sorry, the dog is barking there. So, and happens like so many people get in jail, like being innocent because they can't find nobody else. But in this is proved. They found it in their sack, in the sack of the young one, but they found the proof and the money. So, and then have no idea what to say. They don't know who he is. They think he's like a Pharaoh, the right hand of Pharaoh. And now what they're going to do, so they know they're in big, big, big trouble. Imagine, I would not want to be in their shoes right now. 17. But Joseph said, "Far be it from me to do such a thing," like to make them slaves. "Only the man who was found to have the cup will become my slave. The rest of you go back to your father in peace." Wow. Verse 18. Then Judah went up to him and said, Judah takes leadership again. Why? Because he put his word for his father is online right now. What he's going to do. Then Judah went up to him and said, "Pardon your servant, my lord. Let me speak a word to my lord. Do not be angry with your servant, though you are equal to Pharaoh himself." So recognize that Joseph is equal to Pharaoh. And there's nowhere they can go to plead their case. Has to be with Joseph. My lord asked his servants, "Do you have a father or a brother?" And we answer, "We have an aged father, and there is a young son born to him in his old age. His brother is dead," which they talk about Joseph, "and he's the only one of his mother's sons left, and his father loves him." So they try to, so as Judah takes leadership and try to explain to Joseph, they think he's like a right hand of Pharaoh, what is going on, and try to save Benjamin and all of them, well, all of them says they're free to go, but I tried to explain what is going on and why they cannot go without Benjamin. But of course, Joseph knows. Verse 21, then you say to your servants, bring him down to me so I can see him for myself. And we say to my Lord, the boy cannot leave his father. If he leaves him, his father will die. But you told your servants, unless your youngest brother comes down with you, you will not see my face again. When we went back to your servants, my father, to your servant, my father, we told him what my Lord had said. Then our father said, go back and buy a little more food because they were starving. But we said, we cannot go down. Only if your youngest brother is with us, we will go. We cannot see the man's face unless our youngest brother is with us. Wow. So he's telling Joseph all the story as he knew, Joseph knew. And so he's going whenever they are saying with. So, but they say the truth. At this point, they say the truth and see if they can get over with. To keep on with the truth, always set you free, God set you free if you stick with the truth. They did a big, big thing, but God worked it out in Joseph's favor. 27, verse 27, your servant my father said to us, you know that my wife bore me 2 sons. One of them went away from me, and I say he has surely been torn to pieces, and I have not seen him since. If you take this one from me too, and harm comes to him, you will bring my gray head down to the grave in misery. Exactly what Jacob said to them before they left. So now if the boy is not with us, when I go back to your servant my father, if my father, whose life is closely bound up with the boy's life, sees that the boy isn't there, he will die. Your servants will bring the gray head of our father down to the grave in sorrow. Wow. So now at this point, Joseph understands if he goes much further on, and they let them go without Benjamin, surely because he lost him, and now Benjamin not being able to return is really Jacob really is going to die. He's not going to see his father again if Joseph goes with this plan, So plan B, I guess, is changing the plan. Verse 33, your servant guaranteed the boy's safety to my father. I say, if I do not bring him back to you, I will bear the blame before you, my father, all my life. So this is Judah talking. Now then, please let your servant remain here as my Lord's slave in place of the boy, and let the boy return to his brother, to return with his brothers, well, half brothers. How can I go back to my father if the boy is not with me? No, do not let me see the misery that will come on my father. So I say that's why Judah got favor with God and his descendants, because he stood up. And it's not just for Joseph, but like in general right now, like when he was like nobody spoke, they were scared, they were afraid. He spoke to Jacob to let Benjamin come out, and now spoke to Joseph. They didn't know who it was. It was Joseph, but so Judah is, and that's why I say the Lion of Judah. He is like a lion roaring. Make sure he says that boy, which I know is a trap from Joseph, but he is in fire to get to save Benjamin and his father that will die if we go back without Benjamin. So he knows what is at stake. So and I like his leadership, like Judah leadership in this place. Like you'll find In other cases, people that they take leadership in the time when everybody's afraid and scared, and somebody just get out there and says like, here it is, here's the story, we can't do this, we have to do this. Or I mean, they don't give him what to do, but it says like, take me in place of. So Judah say, take me, make me a slave, make me be your slave instead of Benjamin. So he takes all the blame, everything else on him. That is what God likes, humbleness, making him rescue his brother from being a slave or becoming a slave, and saving Benjamin and his father Jacob. And then he puts himself like, make me a slave. Wow. Wow. That's big, guys. It's big. It's big. Let's keep going. Woo! Well, it's to be continued. I want to just be continue a little bit more. But as you can see, as much as I enjoy, I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you take with you some of the teaching for the day, like from this Bible study. For example, I know it says here like, don't be like a chicken, back down and just sit down and be quiet, because sometimes if you can save somebody, but as Judah, he want to take the place and be a slave and save two people, his brother and his father. The father will not die, and Benjamin will not be placed as a slave. So if we can help people out, speak for them and do something for them, we should be willing to do it. And it's what God likes. All right. Till next time, I say goodbye. Goodbye now.